What's going on? I want to touch on Jaron Ennis for a minute, man, because there's been this thing when it comes to Jaron Ennis where the kid just, no matter what he does, or what he does or doesn't do, he's never gonna really get credit. And I'm not sure if I understand why that is, man. Let me explain. There's two other boxers in the division right now that everybody compare Boots to. That's Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. And out of those three, out of Boots, Bud, and Errol, the only one that always gets high praise for his competition is Errol Spence. You never hear people say, who has Errol Spence fought or anything like that. You hear this when it comes to Bud, and you hear this when it comes to Boots. Now, in the case of Boots is the younger of all three of them. He's the youngest of the three. He's the only one that hasn't been a champion at the division. Now, people like to say Jaron Ennis, he hasn't fought anybody. Okay, he's on 29 wins so far? I think 29 or 30 wins. They're saying this competition is less than. To some point, I gotta agree with it. But then at the same time, as I always say, show me one boxer that all their competition was great, man. There's no such thing. I mean, maybe it was like that back in the era of like a Sugar Ray Robinson. He fought some really good fighters, man, back to back. But come on now, let's be real. None of these dudes have always fought all top competition, even when you get later in their careers. And that includes Errol Spence. Okay, so listen, man. When it comes to Jaron Ennis, it doesn't matter what he does. He's going to always be looked at as... It might take a while for him to get recognition, but I don't think it will, man, because I just can't understand it. Now, let's start with... We're gonna start from... We're not even going to talk about all his past opponents because he gets no credit for none of those. So let's not even talk about them. He gets zero credit for his past opponents, man. All right? So that's not even a thing. So let's start with one of his recent fights. Karen Chukasan. Boots had problems in that fight. That dude was in there to pretty much survive. He was an extreme mover. He had great footwork. He still won the fight. Didn't get the knockout. Boots is exposed. He didn't know how to cut the ring off against a mover. Next fight, Royman Villa. He finally gets the knockout. Of course he was going to get the knockout. He was right there in front of him all night. He was there for Boots to hit. I'm not impressed. If he fights some of the other dudes at the division, besides Errol and Bud, if he fights Emantis Stanionis, Stanionis, he's not elite. He was supposed to be there, Stanionis was there for him to be hit. If he fights Yordenis Ugas was nobody. Errol already washed him. If he fights Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman already lost. He's already, besides his, he's a shell of himself. He's inactive. All right? If a year or two from now, Jaron Ennis does fight Bud or Errol, they're already past their prime. They're too old. He should have fought him when they was younger. The dude, he can't win, bro. He just can't win. For some reason, that stigma is going to be attached to Boots. But it's never like that with Errol Spence. Don't you find that kind of strange? Let me know what y'all think about that, man. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later.